What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with a game recap. And this one did not go the Maple Leafs' way. The Edmonton Oilers took a 6-4 victory. Shots on goal were 36-35 in favor of Toronto. And the Oilers ended the Leafs' 10-game point streak. Now, here's the thing. That being said, would you like to lose to a better team? Probably. The Oilers haven't been that great lately. The Leafs have been on fire, but you had to imagine there was going to be a game coming up where the Leafs weren't exactly going to play to the best of their ability. It always happens. Teams go on these great runs, and then there's always a team that stops them and just outplays them. And part of the reason why is I think the Leafs actually didn't play that well. Like, I don't think the effort level was there for the full game for sure, because there was moments in this game where I'm looking and I'm like, as long as McDavid's not on the ice, this Leaf team is way faster than this Oilers team, and that's just a fact. But when Connor McDavid gets going and, players get caught flat-footed, which we'll get to, he's just so good, and he makes people around him so much better. Draisaitl had a pretty nice shot, but we'll get to that. Like I said, 6-4 final. The Leafs' 10-game point streak is over. Shots 36-35 in favor of the Leafs. Mike Smith improves to 9-9 on the season, his second win since like November something. Like he only has 2 wins since November 23rd or something like that. Frederik Andersen is 21-9. He got pulled after 3 goals, and then Hutchinson came in. I thought that Freddie could have had a couple of them, but at the same time, I think it was more Keefe going, okay, Freddie's been so good for us this year. He's had a couple rough starts as of late, but we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt, take him out before it gets ugly, because this team needs a bit of a wake-up call. And he took his time out pretty early, too, after the Leafs went down. The game-winning goal goes to Draisaitl, but we'll get to that. The first goal was through a flurry of people. Like, Freddie couldn't have seen it, but, you're always hoping he could peek out and see that. But Clefbaum scored his 5th of the season, assisted by Larson and McDavid. McDavid already has 43 assists. Good God. Then Darnell Nurse scored his 4th of the season, assisted by McDavid and Ethan Bear. That one was quickly 34 seconds into the second. Excuse me. Killer Yamamoto then scored to make it 3-0, and I was like, oh boy, this is not going to be good. But you know what? I'm like, the Leafs can still come back. They've got to score a goal right after this to get themselves going. That Yamamoto goal was assisted by Jones and Draisaitl. Jason Spezza scored to make it 3-1. It was a nice goal, his 6th of the season, assisted by Engvall and Kapanen. So I'm like, okay, here we go. The Leafs are going to get back into this one. Then later on in the second period, Alex Chason scored his 5th of the season, assisted by Nygaard and Russell. Excuse me, guys. So it made it 4-1, and I'm like, guys, like the Leafs can't be getting outplayed here by the Oilers. The Leafs are clearly the better team, and it's just not like the Leafs to play like this as of late against teams that are much worse than them as of right now. Then Freddie the Goat scored, which was a really nice goal. He just sped up the wing there and just took it in and shelved it. It was really nice. I'm not sure what Smith was trying to do there. It looks like he was like flopping over. But his 5th, assisted by Marchman and Brooks. Marchman's first NHL point, Brooks' second NHL point. Really good for them to get some helpers there. Then Pierre Engvall scored a few minutes later. I think Engvall has goals in 3 straight games. He has 7 goals. Engvall's looked incredible for the Leafs, assisted by Hall and Kapanen. And speaking of Hall, he got a couple penalties tonight that were soft calls. I don't think the referees dictated this game, but there was one play in particular after the Leafs had just been scored on, and then on the power play, where Nylander dumps the puck in and then gets absolutely flattened at the blue line like a second later, which is textbook interference. And I'm like, you're got to be kidding me. Like, this is ridiculous. Anyways, he made it 4-3, and Engvall made it 4-3, and I'm like, okay, this is really, really good. They're just gonna come back and win this game like they've been doing lately. And by the way, I'm not sure if I said the Engvall goal was assisted by Hall and Kapanen. I think I did. But anyways, then we get to the third. The Oilers just took over. Draisaitl scored his 25th, a nice snipe from Chason and McDavid. Then McDavid, with the absolute walk of Morgan Rielly, he came in and head bob, deked a little bit, scored his 24th of the season, just absolutely roofed it. It was amazing. Nugent Hopkins with the assist. Matthews scored one to make it an interesting game with like 7 minutes left or whatever, 6 minutes left. but it wasn't enough. Matthews 29th, assisted by Barry and Marner. So a game that you'd like to have back, but it's over. The Leafs' 10-game point streak is over, but on to the next one. You just got to try to win some more games, and hopefully you can string together another winning streak to continue to go for that first place spot that the Bruins hold right now in the Atlantic Division. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the game. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Join the squad. Let's get to 7,000 subscribers. I also just posted a video of my experience skating with the Toronto Maple Leafs at Easter Seals, Ontario, with my sister. Make sure to go and check that out. But I'm posting a lot on here, and I'm going to continue to do so. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video or stream. Peace.